Hey, Big A. I'm running to Cook Out. You want anything? Is Cook Out a place? You capitalized it like it's a place. Cook Out is gas? It's a fast food chain in the South? Cook Out fast food. What? This is real? I lived in 13 states and none of them had a cookout, bro. Cookout. Berbers? I can't read. Holy shit, I can't read. Oh, God. Berber? I'm having a stroke. Okay, get it in. Get the jokes in. I said burgers wrong. Burgers, barbecue, hot dogs, shakes. Nobody gives me credit for saying barbecue, hot dogs, and shakes correctly. I crushed 3 out of 4. Nobody claps, dude. I get 1 of the 4 wrong. Of course he says hot dogs right. This has been an inauspicious start to today's stream. I feel like we've really backslid. TBH cheeseburger is hard to say. I'm like the wrong person to call you out on that. It really isn't. You know? Like, I guess I'm the only person that can't tell you that's dumb, but it is kind of dumb, right? Fresh shakes, Oreo peach butterfinger cheesecake. All right, so this is just a southern. Is this relatively new? That's my question. I lived in Virginia and I never had a cookout. Cookout, fast food, Wikipedia. That's what I need to see. Cookout was founded in 1989, mostly in North Carolina, and then expanded out of there. It did not go to Virginia until 2011, which I was not living in Virginia anymore. So I just missed it. And now it's all over. This is relatively new. This is like a kind of a past 10 years kind of growth. Interesting. Is it good? Good and cheap? All right. Their Cheerwine float is gas. Now I kind of want it. I know it's just fucking, I don't know. You guys got me so, when it comes to food, I really am like, whatever I last heard, I'm like, that sounds good. I am on the other side of the susceptible to ad situation. Cheerwine float. Damn, that looks fucking good. Damn, bro. Wait, that looks tasty as hell. I mean, it's totally bad for you. It's not really what I'm trying to do right now. Been really focusing on the whole health thing. That looks tasty. And it's in a fucking mason jar? You know I love them in the mason. You know you put that in the jar, dude. That looks like botulism. Bro, you're a hater. A hater and a fake. The Cheerwine float is the perfect summer treat. What is Cheerwine? I'm learning so much right now. What the fuck is Cheerwine? Cherry. It looks, yeah, cherry. Like a cherry soda. Ooh! It's like better cherry Coke by a lot. Can you get Cheerwine in California? The top result is literally no, you fucking liberal. Never been to NC? Nope, I haven't. I've never been to North Carolina. I will it's because I hate Mr. Beast. That's what it is. Is that where he is? Yeah, I'm just trying to avoid him, dude. Pisses me off. It was Jacksepticeye, dude. He put me onto it. He told me. Soren streamed the 15 months. God gives his strongest subs to his least thankful streamers. I don't like this narrative that I'm the least thankful streamer. I feel like you guys have tried to build this up lately, and it's obviously not true. I'm extremely thankful. I don't think I'm weirdly thankful. I don't think I'm overly thankful. I think I'm thankful in the way that it's what it costs you, which is $5, $2.50 to me. Is a $2 donation. And so I'm thankful. I appreciate it. It's like you support the content, but you get emotes. You are, but it's so random. Maybe that's better. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe roboticizing everything, making it some sort of rote machine takes the art and the fun and the joy out of it. Maybe as a human being, isn't the randomness what makes us feel alive? Not until Clint Stevens is gone. Do you guys realize that one day Clint will stream his last stream? And that day has already happened? Some jokes are too far. No, I think Clint will show up. I think Clint will show up. It's funny because I still see Clint online. I'm going to be honest with you. Almost every day playing TFT double up. The dude's not off the grid, okay? He's not streaming, but he's playing fucking a lot of TFT double up. I don't know if he's e-dating or what, but he's out there. He's staying busy. Someone needs to do a wellness check. I've messaged him. I told you guys that Clint, when I hit diamond, Clint sent me out of the blue like a super nice message, like congratulating me on hitting diamond and how he like And I was like, okay, I wasn't, but it was nice. He's a nice guy. Clint's a good guy. The world doesn't deserve Clint Stevens, and that's why you don't get enough of him. I don't get why Clint Stevens is popular. What's his deal? I think if you weren't around, well, actually, people like it for a bunch of different reasons. I think if you were there for when Clint played Zelda, this is like 20, I don't know, 15, 16 or something. He was very consistent, and it was, all his stories were there for the first time. That shit was banging. That shit ruled. Yeah, all of his OOT runs, he streamed every day, and you could just count on him. And he, you know, I hadn't heard all the stories so many times, and they made me laugh. And he's, you know, he's just super charming, nice person. So everyone likes him. If you like him so much, why don't you marry him? Taken. She put a ring on it. Were you a 10 pooler or a 4 gator? He's referring to different cheese strategies you could do in StarCraft, but I was what you'd call an economic cheeser, where I would cheese out a second expansion or a third expansion instantly with no military defense. And if they didn't kill me right then, I would run them over with superior macroeconomics. The hyper-capitalist strat. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You get it. Be greedy, and if you don't get punished, take over the world. I don't have a video for this or anything. I listened to, and then I did some follow-up reading on some stuff related to the U.S. housing market today, and I'm spooked. There's just some stuff that I am seeing that feels like it can't end well. I'll summarize. There's a lot more to it, but the data is already so shaky. You know, it's always like, it's already so on edge. And I was hearing from a 20-year realtor who was being interviewed, who was talking about the reality of the situation, which is that, like, boots on the ground, if you actually go look at some of these housing developments that are supposedly sold, you'll see that, like, so many of them aren't. And that a lot of companies have been kind of fudging their numbers a bit. Like, for example, he said, like, if you're driving down some of these suburbs in Texas and you see a sold sticker, they literally, some of the developments are using different colored stickers to signify whether it's actually sold or whether they actually still need to sell it but want it to seem sold so they can sell more to other people in the neighborhood. So they're kind of like lying. So, like, there'll be like a red sticker that says sold, or like a green sticker that says sold, but like they'll know the difference. And so many of these real estate companies are putting it on their books as sold, but they're not. And the supply is actually much higher than reported up to the federal statistics, which are already shaky. None of these companies want this to get public because it'll lead to, you know, a big drop in housing prices, which are now owned not by regular families, but by a huge portion are owned by like Blackstone and other companies that are trying to, they were trying to buy up the entire single family home market in America, but are now, they sort of have realized, according to this guy, again, this, I'm looking into it. I'm not 100%, but according to this guy and what I looked into afterwards, it seemed to bear some weight. Blackstone has been buying properties for a very long time, but now low key on the low, they're actually a net seller. As in, they've sort of realized that, like, there's way too much supply and people can't afford these prices and there's going to be some sort of crash and they're trying to get out ahead of it. So they're like incentivized to keep the story going for as long as possible while they unload as many of their overpriced houses onto families. Anyway, the whole thing's got me spooked. I definitely want to read a lot more about it and then maybe make a video, but that's what I was doing for a few hours before stream. Did you see that Unity basically killed itself / indie gaming? Yeah, I just think it's a little overhyped. I think you are falling prey to probably the story on Twitter. What is likely going to happen is that because it became a story, they'll instantly walk it back. You know, it's like whenever Twitch did the thing where everyone thought Twitch was instantly dead because they were going to stop you from selling ads on stream or whatever. But, like, turns out the language was just kind of weird. I just think people jump onto this stuff because it sounds, you know, Unity's a big company with a lot of game devs, and I'm sure they are very stupid. It's just, they're not going to actually sue every indie company that had an install for more than the company's worth. It's just not, it's, you know what I'm saying? It just seems very unlikely that's actually going to happen. So I think we should all wait a week and see what the actual story is.